In a world where ordinary men can excel doing ordinary things, this man has single-handedly lowered the bar. From the scrambled mind that brought you Mad Madness and Beagle Rare comes this underwhelming Friday night special event. Matt Porter is the Blendigeddon 2 World Champion and the 2020 World's Top Whiskey Taster. Ladies and gentlemen, raise your glass and shake your ass for ADHD Whiskey Live.
Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey, everybody. Happy Friday evening. My microphone muted? No. I think we're golden. I think we're good. Whoa-bam! Friggin' whoa-bam! We're back. We're back, and it is better than ever. What's better than ever? You. You are, because you're lovely. All of you. Take a look in the mirror, or take a picture of yourself with your phone, and then take a gander at that shit. That's nice. That's really nice. Congratulations on being basically pretty close to awesome. Well, you are awesome, but pretty close to perfection. My wife, she's perfect. Me, I strive to be you. And it's Friday evening, and this is what we do. Ready to rock and roll the place. Power of the Ninja Turtle bass. What's happening, everybody? State of the Hearts here. So hope this week stream does better for you and camera and mic are fully charged. I immediately charged my microphone thing. See, what had happened was the DJI Mic Mini thing. There's this, which is the little microphone thing. And then on top of the camera, plugged in is the receptor, the transmitter. The thing that receives the signal and then feeds it to my camera. And I was charging it every time I used it. Every single time. And then I Googled how long that the battery on that's supposed to last. And it gave me a number like 50 hours. And that's when I stopped charging it. Because apparently it just never ever needs to be charged ever again if it has a 50-hour lifespan. So I'm pretty sure I used all 50. Or it was, not quite as long as they said it would be. But we used it all. We drained her. So we're back. It's Friday night, and the microphone's on. Everything's working. Everything's good. And we got some samples to go through. We got some stuff to catch up on. I need you to catch up. I need you to give me some news. I don't got nothing. Dibs on that being my Valentine. Oh, Eric B., you're a little bit late. I spoken for my 8-year-old. She said that I'm her Valentine, so maybe next year. My mama's in the house. Hi, Mama. I love you, Mama. Freaking Kobe's in the house. Jason Kobe, what's up, dude? Did I text Jason back and say that next week would be better? If I didn't, I meant to. Come on, Porter. Just damn it. Kobe, the next week works better than the week that we just had. So, I'm supposed to be getting better at this. All in due time. All in due time. I am getting slightly better at that one. I did think I responded to. Tim Romero's here. What's happening? Gaslight 911. Happy V-Day, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day to you lovers out there. And to you lovers of love, and haters of love, and lovers of, nope, not that one. That one I don't like, but we think. Just all of you shooting Cupid's sparrow. Sweet Cindy is here. What's going on? Steve Dart says, I bought that Green River Foolproof Weeded about a month ago, and I love it. One more thing from Green River that is just a staple here. I haven't even opened it yet. I'm so happy and proud of myself. I saved 2 samples. Well, actually, all of them. All of them. All of the samples that I'm going to try tonight, I've never tried before. I've never even opened them. Saving it for tonight. Sometimes I break the seal and have a little sip beforehand, but not tonight. Tonight, you get first impressions. Empty, see you too. Mrs. Porter already got my thumbs up. Happy friggin' Friday. I mean, Saturday. Oh, it is Saturday. Oh, wow. It is definitely Saturday. Definitely. So, yesterday, packing on my wife. My wife is gone for a whole week. Literally a whole week. She's going up to Michigan to see her new niece, to meet her new niece, brand fresh new baby. Little tiny, itty bitty, 7-pound, 6-ounce baby Jesus. Yeah, so I was helping her prepare for her trip last night, and hoping for one last sympathy poke, if you know what I mean. And yeah, so sent her off on her way this morning. She's had 4 flights today. 4 flights to get from where we're at in Colorado to where she's going in Michigan. They need to reroute. They're just like, how are we going to get her there? All right, we'll do it, but it's going to take all day. And it has. She's not even landed there yet. Probably within the hour, hopefully. Where was I going with that? No idea. Oh, why I didn't stream yesterday. That's why it's a super special Saturday stream. Thank you for mentioning that. I would have gone on thinking it's Friday all day. Mad Cap, I saw Old Glory this past week as I was driving through Tennessee on business. It was too early in the morning to stop. Where at in Tennessee is Old Glory? I don't even know. Somewhere in the rectangle. Yeah, it is Saturday. That's my bad. Totally my bad. Kind of like 1 Ounce Wednesday. Whatever day of the week it falls on, we do it. If lithium charging fully every time, you'll lose capacity over time. Yeah, it's a pretty new thing. Unless it happened right away for me charging it fully every time. Who knows? Good evening from Alabama with Green River Weeded single barrel on the glass. Nice. Oh, he's not at the I love you phase yet. You'll get there. You'll definitely get there before the end of the stream. Drinking a Green River cask strength store pick bourbon tonight. Nice. I need to do another one of those this year. I need to get my hands on another Green River single barrel. You inspired me to start a digital detox, and damn, has it been a game changer. Right? It's literally like I was like a lithium battery that could never get charged. It was just like just constantly draining. And now, 2 weeks, I haven't scrolled on any of the social networks for 2 weeks. I've gone like on Facebook to like check notifications, on Instagram check notifications a few times. And this isn't going to be like a forever thing where I'm this far off of it, but I definitely needed a reset. And I haven't scrolled through YouTube videos. I know that I like to watch some things throughout the week. So I put those on the TV at night while I'm working on other things, and I listen to those. But no friggin' Bluetooth earpiece in my ear for 2 weeks. I feel like a different person. And that's crazy to say because nothing's ever made me feel this different. It's like I was put on a medication that actually was like a game changer. Like I just literally feel so much better. So take a break from your Bluetooth earpieces for a week, see if you feel any better. And if you feel constantly drained, but you find yourself scrolling a lot, maybe give that a break because it definitely helped for me. And I am accomplishing so many things that I didn't before, like things that have been years building that I didn't think would ever get done. It's insane. But yeah, I'm glad that you did. That's cool, Adam. I mean, we can't stay away from our devices forever. Like especially me, I'm connected to what I do for a living. But what I did for a living was suffering because of my ability. Like I was literally physically drained. And now I feel so much better. Like I feel like $1 billion back when $1 billion was a lot. Cool, Matt. I had to pick up my wife from her Vegas trip. She went to see the Backstreet Boys. Everybody, rock your body. Everybody, rock your body right. No, no, no. Matt Carter's wife's in Vegas with the Backstreet Boys. That's even the good one. Wait, no, there wasn't a good one of those. I was thinking Justin was from Instinct. Good. Oh, the Backstreet Boys. Never mind. Nothing to really worry about, I don't think. But everything's cool. I don't worry about it. If you were, I mean, I wouldn't be. Jackson Purchase Batch 1. I haven't had that. What is Jackson Purchase? By the way, so since I'm off of the social media stuff for a couple weeks, don't know. Feed me some real good things for happening in the whiskey industry that I may have missed. Any new releases that I may have missed that are coming out, like new coming labels, stuff like that. Things that I need to know about or should know about. Nothing political. Please, no political stuff. No like rage bait, new like topics that are like, hi, this will piss off one side or the other. I don't need any of that. What I need is headlines that are for me. Headlines that I would need to know. Bowling related, bourbon related. Let's see. Mostly bourbon related, or bowling, or other fun like stuff I really need. Hit me with it. I need to know. Got a social media a week ago, and it's completely life changing, isn't it? It's crazy. I literally couldn't do it anymore. I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this. Facebook wasn't even like, I'll go on the ADHD Whiskey Facebook group. I'll go on the Bourbon Junkies Facebook group, but scrolling through it was just like, it was like at a different level. Like they found a new way to suck my energy. And I don't know. I'm glad that for you too. But what do you do on the shit or read? No, weirdly, I shit. I'm done. Or I dream of bourbon and bowling. Daydream. A daydream till my legs are numb. Jet flying, limousine riding, son of a gun. That's right, man. So, my friend is in Las Vegas seeing them tonight too. Oh boy. Oh man. Everybody's wives and friends are seeing the Backstreet Boys. Oh. Mm-mm. It's weird that they're all back together. You know, it's like, strange. I heard that my wife told me that, never mind, can't remember her name. Some other chick's going on tour again who's not even a singer. Starts with an H, I think. I don't know. That's all I got. Hey, Gasser's in the house. What's up, Ashley? How are you doing? I think they're making a special release MRT Lee at Barrel Proof. Ew. Didn't see that coming, but doesn't surprise me. While you tell me the news and I read that and the headlines, I need to get into the first sample of the evening like we always do. It's a blind sample, no idea what it is. Took it from a 1 ounce Wednesday box. I cut a hole in a piece of styrofoam that I absolutely love. I got a box the other day. I opened it and there was a piece of foam in there that looked like a B-2 bomber. And I was like, stealth bomber styrofoam? Friggin' fly me in. So here it is. Not even making a noise because it's stealth. Okay, drop the bomb. Drop it. There we go. America. All right. Oh, I didn't show you what it was. Forgot that part. It's like I haven't done this in a week, in a day. Okay. In focus. 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 There it is. Open hand. And view. View for your viewing pleasure. No spoilers in chat. Even though by the time I get to the spoilers, if there were any, I'm probably already done with this because I'm sure I'm so far behind already. I don't know if you could read it or not, but if you couldn't, we'll find out together. Jim Beam is doing a white bowling pin bottle this year. Are you shitting me with a shovel? Oh, that's awesome. Are you serious? Seriously? I hope you're not fibbing me because I friggin' love those things. Got one right here. Got one right here. Maybe they even put something better inside that tastes better. I don't know. Maybe not. Anyway, let's get into the sample. I think new Jack Daniels batch is supposed to drop soon. Awesome. That's the stuff I need to hear, the stuff I want to hear. What batches are you talking about? The new 10, 12, and 14? I realize I'm supposed to be the source for you guys, and it will happen again. I'll come back to being the place to go for whiskey news because I learned from Mash and Drum on Wednesdays. But until then, until I'm prepared to dive back into the deep waters of, I'm afraid that I'm just going to get on there and just start scrolling and completely reverse everything I've done. It's like having a vasectomy and then going in yourself and untying it. And you're like, what'd I do that for? After all that pain and infection, Little SJ on the first sample of the evening, a totally blind pour. Smells very bourbony. Very bourbony and not very old. Also, doesn't smell super young. But caramel corn, Cracker Jacks, Cracker Jills. Little red fruit. Very, very pleasant smelling. Doesn't smell like anything crazy special. Bowman cask strength lottery starts 216. Is that a place where you have to go to Virginia to buy it, to go get it? Like if you win the Bowman cask strength lottery, do you have to go meet Virginia? Hey, yay, to get it? Booker's Reserve Rye coming. Awesome. Apple brandy and infused with cinnamon. That's the Booker's Reserve Rye is apple brandy and infused with cinnamon? They infused it. Okay. Bowling is not a new Olympic sport, but that would be awesome. Jack's purchase is supposedly, it's Craig Beam 4-year Campsite Leather and Oak out of Ohio is incredible at 98 proof. Junkies sold out of their 2 new blends, so that's rad. That's awesome. They deserve every bit of that they get. That's super cool. Fred Minnick has a new book out, being well received. Jim Mazzelli, I know that. I talked about it on Where Were You, Jim? Where were you, Jim? When I friggin' talked about Bottom Shelf. Huh? I posted about it. I read an excerpt out of it, and I don't want to friggin' look at this shit. Officially friends. And it's an incredible book. It's incredibly deep. It's incredibly heartfelt. It's very personal and what's the word? It's like he kind of just let his guard down completely and friggin' told his whole story, and it's nuts. So it is a great book. Thanks, Jim, for bringing that up too. Look, I don't just have it sitting next to me. It's friggin' friends. Olympics and curling are back. Some say curling is bowling on ice. Canada got caught cheating and dropped F-bombs. Oh, yeah? Oh, don't you know? What did they get caught cheating? How did they? The Canadians got caught cheating. Uh-oh. Beam is planning a new 10-pin bottle that will be white. Okay, yep, that's the second person saying that. Booker's Apple Brand finished in an infused thing. Nope, I did not know about that. That's crazy. Hilary Duff is the actress who's going on a music tour, apparently, yeah. So... Your wife's not coming back? Uh-oh. Matt, she'll come back. She'll come back. pretty familiar here, but familiar in a standard way. Down the hatch with this friggin' blind sample. Son of a batch. That is light, crisp. It reminds me of an apple orchard on a fall day, which is very, very particular, but I mean it. Yeah. Apple peel. Floral. That might be, is that a rye? Is that not a bourbon? It has some rye characteristics to it. The finish is leaving me with a little bit of a rye tingle. What could that be? Second sip. Second sip is more interesting. It built on the first sip. It is almost like a caramel apple now, but it has a layer of meltiness to it, which is really nice. It's kind of like overflowing the tongue. Still fairly light on the palate, though. The front of the palate is where all the interesting things are happening. It's putting in all the work up front. And then towards the end of the week, it's slacking off big time on the finish. Just kind of like a rye-like tingle. I do like it. I don't expect it to be anything special or extra allocated, but it's 2026. Who friggin' knows? I give that a score of 7.2. It is good. It is good. Heaven Hill Grain to Glass Straight Bourbon. Okay, so this is the one of these that I like the other two more. This is from Bill Kavanaugh. The other ones I liked better. The rye I liked, and then was it a wheated bourbon or a rye? Crap, I can't remember. But the other two grain to glasses I liked much more than this one. 7 years, I thought it said 197 proof. It doesn't. It says 107. From Bill Kavanaugh. All right. That's interesting. Yeah, I think I like the rye a lot more. Can we all agree concert tickets are too expensive? Oh my God, how do people go? That's sporting events. Want to go to a sporting event? I don't know. I don't know how people do it. Also ran into Luis Gonzalez at Middle West Spirits. The baseball player? Dano, it's okay. I was a little late too. Swagstar, 9 minutes ago. B2 whiskey bombs are quite pleasing. Isn't that friggin' sweet? Where'd it go? Oh, whoa. Almost fell. It came on this shelf back here. This shelf, which I got for free I have to do a review about it. I have to shoot a video for it. And they asked for it to be 6 minutes long. So that is going to be probably the most entertaining video I ever make. Because it's got 6 minutes long and it's about a shelf. So expect me to talk about the B2 bomber shaped friggin' foam that it comes with. Look at that though, but it doesn't come without support. It has like support coming beside it. You know what I mean? Friggin'. Love it. And thank you for the super chat, Swagstar. That's friggin' awesome. You're the best. In other bourbon news, Basil Hayden still sucks. That's right. Is your goal in 2026 to buy more whiskey than Cam? No. But actually, does he have a goal to buy less? Because if that's the case, if he's done, he could take a year off and be okay. But actually, funny story, this sample here, which is, by the way, remind me to talk about the labeling on this, because the labeling's kind of got me like confused. But anyway, the Watch Hill proper stuff, 2 years ago when I got the Watch Hill batch 2, I think it was, or the 1, I think it was batch 2. And then I tasted, then I sent the rest to Cameron. I think that's what sent him off the deep end, because then he just started getting obsessed with these old bourbons and started buying them, and was like, I just can't stop myself. And Cameron, if you're watching, if you didn't taste this yet, you might want to turn off, because who knows what this will do to you. I don't know either. It's 18 years old, 128 proof, non-chill filtered, exceptional series batch 3 Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. So we'll get to this at the end, because I want to taste through the Old Glory. I want to taste through the Green River Wheated, which I'll do next. And then we'll get to the Watch Hill, which it reminds me so much of the William Heavenhill, like the way that the WH looks, and even the bottling reminds me of like the Heavenhill 20 and 18 and stuff like that. But yeah. Jack Daniel's 10, 12, and 14. Got a guitar case bottle for from the Jack Daniel's Distillery. Very cool. A guitar case bottle. That's awesome. Like, huh. SLB had a video of new releases coming out. You can watch it and avoid social media. I can do that. I'll do that for sure. I don't think so. It's going to be a couple of years for the older batches. Scored Jack 10 year the other day. Nice. Cheers, Mark. D-Shook's BK blend is fire, isn't it? Where's that at? What's jingling? What's jingling? There's like a jingle when I move. Where did it go? Then shook now. Where did it go? There it is. Found it. America. Have a little tasty poo of this. Winter is coming. Seemingly winter's leaving around here. It's been like 50-some degrees every day. 113 proof, 56.5% ABV. I didn't even know he was doing this until it was done. They knew what would have happened. If I knew Shook was that Barrel King, I would have walked there. Burnt all the calories. And by the time I got there, I would have been so upset from walking so far that I would have just blended something 10 times better than Shook and then shook it in his face. Just kidding. This is really, really good. Man. The nose is so good. Yeah, way to go, Shook. Way to go, Donnie. Yeah, I thought the that Heaven Hill had a little bit of a candied apple on it, but the winter is coming is a true candy apple. That is hella good. Hella good? Do people say that anymore? Just Glenn Stefani? Eric B, they pushed the stone thing like normal, but then touched the stone with their pointer finger, a little extra push. Apparently you can't touch stone part of rock, only handle when called out F-bombs. Oh, man. You know what? Everything is, you can't, is that like kind of like when that Olympic runner like whacked the other girl with the thing and she's like, I didn't do it. And then they're like, you kind of did. We have a lot of angles and super slow motion because it is a race and like hundredths of a second matter. Like very a lot. So we have high-speed cameras of you like. Actually, I didn't do it. An Olympic sport, a little extra push, they're gonna find it. And then when they find it, all you gotta do is go, oh, sorry about that. My wife is with her cousin right now, so I'm sitting here watching you enjoying New Riff Winter Whiskey. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Is your wife's cousin a Backstreet Boy by chance? Adam Actor had a bottle share last Friday, and 12 Summers, drum key debut, and Winter is Coming are all killers. I couldn't agree more. I would go into detail about how much I agree, but then I'll sound like I'm just what do you call it? A homebody, or whatever they say. I asked Jared to give you a crazy short barrel of your old Carter clone for your Patreon. Still waiting to hear back. What do you mean by to give me the crazy short barrel of it? Oh, for Patreon, for the Patreon. Yeah, that was a bummer. I'm still waiting to hear back too about what's going on with that. But it's like you wait so long for something and then you're excited about it, and then dang, the whiskey room eats whiskey. The Angels take their share. And friggin' Bunch took his too, and Noah, son of a bitch. Just kidding, Bunch. The NBA dunk contest tonight was hard to watch. I think the NBA might be dead in general. I couldn't agree more about the NBA being dead. I can't watch it. It's a bunch of really rich people not caring to compete and traveling nonstop and flopping nonstop. Bourbon news that we are hoarding old early times now that the new bottle. So I did see that. I did see that there are a couple of videos out there like, WTF is this? I didn't watch them because I don't want to go too, like, I'll get back into watching things regularly, but just one thing at a time. The title told me everything I needed to know. Whatever Sazerac did with early times, they rebottled it into some square shit and then put shit inside of it and sold the shit and said, this is the same shit, or it has the same name as the shit that you're used to. And it's not, apparently. And I believe it. Cheers, Independent Joe. How's it going? Drinking batch 91 tonight. So good. Hells yes. Not as good as 12 Summers, though. Early Times Bottle Bond is on the market in a 750 ml instead of 1 liter and a benchmark bottle. Universally hated. Travis, listening to you driving down the road, buddy. Hopefully you had a great week. You too, Travis. I got some Old Glory samples that I'm going to taste through tonight. If you're listening to this while you're driving, roll down the windows and turn up Matt, because tonight we're riding off towards the horizon with only one thing on our mind, and that's watch for deer. Andrew Patrick, your Canadian accent is much more Minnesotan. Yeah, it's all upper Midwest, upper peninsula of Michigan. Yeah, not really Canadian. Can't help it. Travis, are you typing this while you're driving? Other things on, okay, you know what? Forget watching for deer. Stop typing that while you're driving. Early times at 1 liter for $25 to $30 was a deal, and it's all spelled right. This is with a period. He's using punctuation while driving. The new stuff at 20 for $7.50 is not. There are plenty of other bottled and bonds. Okay, well, it's not bottled and bonds. If you can get it together, Travis. If you're going to drive and type, do it right. Out there that fill that spot without me worrying about it. Yeah. Just a bummer. Just a bummer. Matt, have you tried Clayton James single barrel? I have not. I think I've seen the bottles of Clayton James, but I have not tried them. Is that why they did it? Do you think that they released. I had a theory about this with some other things too. I'll tell you in a second. But this is, do you think that they released shitty early times bottled and bond because they knew it would move the stuff that's sitting on the shelves? They're like, if we release garbage and call it the same thing, then we will increase sales on the stuff that's sitting on shelves currently. It's not a bad theory. Also, I had a theory that didn't wind out to come to fruition unless it did. Let me take a peek. Hold on. Move this. Use my typing fingers. We'll have another sip of Dan Shook's Barrel King blend. Tremendous. Fred Minnick Top 100. Enter. Using Yahoo as my search engine. Still, son of a bitch. Top 100 ranked. Sign up to Fred's newsletter. Already am. Stop asking me to do it. Where did it end up? Oh, yeah, there it is. Never mind. Well, so anyway, Fred, I think he posted on Instagram or I can't remember, but he's like, hey, got new bottles for the top 100. And one of them was Calumet 15 year. And I was like, they have released so many things since then. But I still see them on, like, I was wondering if maybe they tried, which, by the way, this is why I'm getting on social media, because I'm always looking for a conspiracy now. I'm like, I wonder if they wanted Fred to like give Calumet 15 a high score so then people will go out and buy it off the shelves because it's still sitting on shelves. And apparently, like, they need to sell some shit, or I don't know. Because why wouldn't he be doing 18 or 17 or even 16? But 50, what? That's weird. Or maybe Fred just didn't know. Text to speech, most likely. I don't know. He's from Tennessee. He don't speak good. Sorry, Travis. It's a joke. I don't speak good either. Who is currently crushing some JTS Brown Bottle and Bond? I have a bottle, but I'm currently not crushing it. Travis is using voice text. I can tell his phone spelled my name wrong. Travis says, I'm using voice to text, and now that you see this, it still doesn't do it right. I guess it can't get Southern Hick or Hillbilly. No, that's doing pretty well. Technology's come a long way. Hello from Louisiana. Happy Mardi Gras OGD 16 tonight. Is it Mardi Gras already? Oh, I think it is, isn't it? Damn. Jeffrey Whack is in the house. Freaking whack. Wabam. Eric B, my theory is they switched to higher proof base, so more water to get 100 proof. That'll definitely change some things. But then you have garbage sitting on the shelves not moving. There's also that problem. There's that. That's tomorrow's problem, you know? When they first switched from black tops to blue tops, everyone ran out and bought all the black tops because the first batch of blue was trash. The same thing is happening. Well, the first batch of blue was from Sazerac. The black tops were from Brown Forman. And I have a black top sitting over there that I had blind a few months ago, and it was exceptional. There was a reason for that. Like those were like coveted. They were like one of the best deals in bourbon. The blue tops, they were different, but apparently this is even a bigger gap from what I'm hearing. Does Yahoo even AI? Probably. They probably do. Probably terrible though. King's was even on Fred's top 100 at number 48. The information that was listed was not correct. The one he actually sampled was on a 7 proof $50 model think it's pretty dang cool. Yeah, it is. Cal 16 is freaking awesome. Love it. Yeah, I saw that too. I got an email saying that there was a Traveler barrel proof coming, or full proof. American Single Malt top 5 was wild. Yeah. I mean, there's something to that. I believe that. So Fred's top 100 this year was crazy to me because how quickly he went through it, and just tasting things back to back and stuff. Just tasting things. I've watched Fred do this before though, in person. When we hold on, let me pour one of these first. Green River. We'll pour the Green River, then I'll talk to you about the one time that I tasted with Fred and then watched his top 100 live stream and why it matters. Green River full proof, wheated bourbon whiskey, 109.3 proof. I almost spoiled this on last Friday's live stream when there was a embargo on it. The information was withheld until this Tuesday, and I almost spilled the beans early and then probably would have gotten in trouble. Probably not. Maybe I would have. Who knows? But now I'm late to the party. Try to get out in front of it early. How do you make the world's best wheated bourbon even better? Taste it at full proof. Green River Wheated Full Proof is a blend of hand-picked 5 to 7-year-old barrels bottled at full barrel strength. It's for wheated bourbon turned up to 11. I thought 10 is as high as it can go. Not this. This goes to 11. Bigger in flavor and character. Irrefutable, which is a big word for me to read. Proof that sometimes the best move is to simply let great whiskey shine. 109 proof. $50, $49.99. 70% local corn, probably not local to me. 21% wheat, 9% malted barley. All right. Not typically a fan of wheated bourbon, but they say it's the world's best. Congratulations, they did it. They say it's the best, so give it the SJ. And so the time I tasted with Fred was at the World's Top Whiskey Taster the second year when I was a judge, and I'd be able to judge the contestants' blends, and he was done so fast. He was done scoring them before I was done taking notes on the nose of the first glass, pretty much. He's like, "You're gonna spend all night here?" And I'm like, "What the hell, Buzz? It's crazy." He's efficient. But watching his top 100, he was he was taking like 6 seconds between sips of stuff. I was like, the finish is still going on the other one. How does he do it? I don't know, but maybe someday I'll be able to speed taste or speed anything. I am so slow. There seems to be a lot of characteristics of the regular mash bill bourbon in the wheated bourbon. There's a lot of cherry cola notes. Not getting any young, funky, wheated notes on the nose. Not right now, anyway. Yeah, the nose is really pleasant. It is outdoorsy. Kind of smells like a little bit of greenhouse, but like blooms, like flowers blooming. Yeah, there is a nice sweetness to this. That's not a traditional like burnt sugars, caramel, chocolate sweetness, but it's much more like remember when Harry from Harry and the Hendersons ate the corsage? If that were a really sweet time. Yeah. Harry, he ate my corsage. Yeah, there is a berry note to here too. Almost like it's not strawberry, it's not raspberry, it's not thimbleberry, it's not cherry. You know what? It's maybe like more of an artificial raspberry. Like something that's not as sharp or as tart, but more of like a sweet, like one of those hairbrow red raspberries that I have indulged in so often. That is good. That is okay. I'm turning into a different person. I don't even know myself anymore. That's the second weeded bourbon I've liked in a month. And I don't like, oh man, that is good. That it's sweet, it's approachable. I mean, for barrel strength, it's pretty low proof still, 109. Cherry. That could possibly be maybe shit. Hold on. I gotta have to do a whole friggin' bourbon skirmish of stuff now. That may be less weeded funk than Weller. And Weller is like the we're not a weeded funk whiskey for a weeded bourbon. What do I got? Hold on. Hold on. America. I've always said that you can't have an alternative to Weller because Buffalo Trace is so unique in their flavor profile that by replacing Weller with any other weeded bourbon is just dumb because they all think they taste different. Larceny's friggin' nutty. Maker's Mark is dairy. This Green River Foolproof might be the closest thing that we have to a Weller product as far as a profile goes. It's a foolproof store pick I have here in this glass. Weller. Yeah, the Weller has a little bit more of a funk to it, but it could be because it's a single barrel. Yeah, that is cherry. Cherry sweetness. That is very Buffalo Trace-like, because it is. Out of the Green River. I have to first get rid of the Weller Foolproof flavoring. Sneaky Dan Shook. Now I'm sipping on Winter's Coming, and I was hoping for spring. Still great stuff. Love my BK Gold membership. Hells yeah. Like I say, just try Barrel King for a month. If you dislike it, then cancel. If you love it, told you so. I have the Traveler Foolproof in my trunk right now. Travis, what does that mean? Okay, so they're not like identical here, but that might be as close as you can get. The Green River is more apple, where the Buffalo Trace, the Weller, is more cherry. But they share equal amounts of sweetness. They lack the weeded funk that you get from a lot of weeded bourbons. They both lack like the the farminess, the dairy. That's crazy. A lot of the Green River stuff is very like seemingly cousins to Buffalo Trace stuff. Jason's blend, the debut. I was like, man, if they put this in a Buffalo Trace bottle, people be like, this is so unique for Buffalo Trace. It's so good. Because they share a lot of similar things, but they're just slightly different, but both sweet. That's for $50. That's really, really good. Next bourbon skirmish has to be weeded Green River Full Proof versus the Maker's Cask Strength. I love the Maker's Cask Strength shit now. It's got the age statement on it. That's good. It's really good. Look at me, liking weeded bourbon. Who even am I? I don't even know who I am. Scored my first E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof in 1924 this week. They're hitting shelves. I've seen the 1924 at Costco. Got mine for $106.99 plus tax. EHT Barrel Proof I've passed on twice now at $150. And I've got a bottle of it. And if it were a $150 bourbon, I would have bought it. But it's not. Review coming soon. Some online vendors are shipping Traveler Full Proof. That's just not, I mean, do you want to see me review it? If you guys wanted to see me review Traveler Full Proof, I will. However, I don't have an interest in buying a bottle to drink. Or to, like, I realize that it's good for certain things, but let me know if I should review it or not. Aren't you supposed to be out with the wife right now? My wife is in Michigan currently. She went up to see her brand new niece. So I am home. And she is not. I feel like you never did a best bourbon of 2025 video like previous years. Am I missing it? I did a live stream. It was like the ADHD Whiskey Awards. I didn't do a top 10 list this year. I just didn't. And that was due to a few reasons, but I think maybe moving forward, let's do a review, an award show. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to doing a top 10 list. They're hard to do because it's just like you cannot make everybody happy, and there's really no way to do it without you can go say, this is why I made this list. This is how I made this list. This is the criteria for the list. And then no one ever listens, except for maybe everybody listens, except for the few people who don't. And those are the people who are loud. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to it. I'll rethink it for this year, for sure. Argonaut just got a single barrel Full Proof Green River. They're saying passion fruit tropical notes. Ooh, I do like passion. The new Maker's Cask Strength isn't dairy to me. It's excellent. Correct. I totally agree with you 100%. The new Maker's Cask Strength, it's what, I mean, that's what we want out of, like, that's what, 7 years, 2 months, 7 years, 2 months. And aged traditionally, that's so good. Hold on one second here. I'll be right back momentarily. You may see my lips moving, but I'm not directing them towards you. And I'm back. It's Brittany. I'm back. It means I've picked it up to hand deliver to someone. I have yet to try it. And I thought you read something else by the Travelers in my trunk. I thought you picked up a hitchhiker, Travis. and they were in your trunk. Should know you better than that. Right? So the Maker's cask strength is, when I said most improved bourbon, like most improved pour of 2025, like that is like hands down, like they kept, it's the opposite of apparently early times bottled on. My kids are going nuts. Love them though. Do you remember my first bourbon neat? Yeah. It was I mean, that I had by myself, it was George Dickel 8 or 12. Not year, but recipe 8 or recipe 12. I think it was recipe 12. We enjoy your opinion, so go for it. All right, maybe I will just get. What's the skinny on Matt Madness this year? It's going to happen. It's going to be great. I need to talk with Kobe about it, but it's going to be great. Went back, poured some 12 Summers, and damn it slaps. Going to close out my night here in Tennessee sipping on this one. Thank you for saying, like, I appreciate that. I've gotten nothing but like great feedback on 12 Summers. I love it too. It is really damn good. One of them sold for like $450 on the Unicorn. That's dumb. Just become a Barrel King Gold member and get it for way cheaper. When it was available. It's not available anymore, but same people be like, Barrel King Gold membership, oh, so expensive. Then they go on Unicorn and buy it for $500. Got the JD and a cigar pair from Bourbon Outfitters today. Pretty outstanding. Nice. The Maker's cask strength available here is 7 or 3 month. Tastes just like the Keeper's release to me. Very similar. Yeah, I've got the Keepers here that I still need to review. I think the Keepers, when I first tried it, it's more traditional Maker's Mark profile than the cask strength, which is fine. Like, obviously people love Maker's Mark, but I love Maker's Mark without the giveaway Maker's Mark notes. When I had Maker's Cask a year ago, I thought it was when I had Maker's Cask about a year ago, I thought it was just Maker's with more burn. Totally agree. However, was it the one that's age dated, the new labeling? The new one's different. It's just different. It's way better. Wife got me the Keeper's release for Valentine's Day. Oh, she's a keeper too, then. Boom, friggin' nailed it. You should do on the spot review on it. I thought it was really good. I gave this 7.4 on the Matt Porter scale. So 7.4 is good to very good. I would do, so the Keeper's release video will come out this week, but I want to kind of stick to what I was going to, I can't, I got the kiddos here, so I can't go crazy and go freaking assload of alcohol. That'd be bad. So I want to stick to some Old Glory samples, and then I'll try the Watch Hill so that I don't get cray-cray. But Old Glory sent me 5 samples. Let's see what we got. Queen Chair, which is, I think there's 2 Queen Chairs. Am I wrong? 2 Queen Chairs. Barrel 73 and 74. A 6-year 8-month and a 5-year 5-month. Same mash bill, 73, 19, 8. All right, I'm going to try the older one, the 6-year 8-month. Then we have an Old Glory. Well, let's just try this one first. Queen release. Queen Share. America. 6-year 8-month. 132 proof. Holy shnikes. All right. And they even sent me a Glen. Look at that. Wow. Very good. Old Glory. And all God's children singing Old Glory. Hallelujah. Whiskey, whiskey. All right. So damn near 7-year. bourbon from Old Glory. That smells like a friggin' like a cowtail and a pixie stick mixed together. Like if you had a cowtail pixie stick, not a real cow, but like the caramel vanilla cowtails, if that were in sugar form. Yeah. Ooh, it's building. It's getting stronger. It's very nice. I haven't tasted the Watch Hill yet. New Life. I'm gonna taste that last because it's really old and high proof. So I figure I'll save that for last because anything I taste after that's gonna be. I mean, that should be the best. That should be like the best thing I taste tonight. It should be. Who knows though? Queen Cherry is basically where they take some of the high ones from all the runs. Rita distilled them and barrel them. Oh, Rita distilled them. Yeah, you are. This is voice to text. Redistill them and barrel them once a season, typically 1 to 3 barrels, depending on how much there was there. All right. Yeah, it's very it's funny, there is this crafty note that's hiding so well underneath all of this delicious sweet caramel vanilla sugar thing that's happening here. And that's, I think, what makes it so interesting is because traditionally we get like these notes of burnt sugars and candy, and then underneath that is just kind of nothing, where this is like those notes are covering up this also kind of a craft note, and the craft note kind of comes through those, making those sugary notes deeper and more unique. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, it smells good. It smells very unique, and not unique in a bad way, unique in a unique way. Wow. That is big. The palate reminds me a lot of the nose. The craft distilled nature of this is really apparent on the palate, but not because it's bad. Like a lot of times when I say crafty, it's kind of like a code word for like I don't like it. But in reality, what it means is that I can tell that it's not from a traditional, like mainstream, like old school distiller. It's not a Heaven Hill product or Buffalo Tracer. It's like this is made by somebody else, and why those notes appear, I'm not sure why. I don't know, but you can just kind of tell. Sometimes it's a really bad thing because it's very farmy. It's very like grassy and like ugh. Other times it's kind of puts like a stamp on like this has the craft note, but it's amplifying other flavors, and I like it, but I'm not sure how much. I'm trying to wrap my head around it still, if that makes sense. Second sip. It almost has like a black licorice note to it. It's playing in that realm. Yeah, it's like to get these notes out of a bourbon is interesting. A lot of times it's a rye whiskey that I taste. It's like blackstrap molasses that You got some black licorice dipped in it, and not quite. It's like a cream soda-ish kind of taste to it as well. 19% rye is not tiny, but still only 19% rye. Chocolatey, like a malty chocolate almost. Even though the malt content's really low, I can't help what it tastes like. It's good. It's different. This is the kind of shit I like for Matt Madness. And the kind of stuff that I really enjoy tasting because it's so different than what I'm normally tasting that it's like, oh, we can go in different directions with bourbon. Sometimes bourbon all tastes like bourbon until you taste outliers, and this is a good outlier. 6 year, 8 month, 132 proof. Matt Madness questions. Yeah, I mean, even literally, bourbon or rye on the palate of that would be a great question because there are so many notes that you would associate with the rye whiskey. Not necessarily a rye forward whiskey, but just notes that could be associated with the rye. And that's cool. I like that. I like it a lot. Tim Evans is in the house. What's going on, Tim? Nice to see you. Diabetes listening to those notes. Pixie sticks are like, yeah. They're nothing to mess with. The old blood sugar. Yeah, that was Old Glory Queen's Share. Sometimes craft tastes like refined moonshine. I could see that. No, that's right. So the grain grassy on Fay Ranch, that is their note that's their version of like that's how you can tell that it's Fay Ranch, and that's how you can tell because nothing in like the old damn it, what do even people call crap? None of like the major distilleries have that note, so that's how you can tell that it's craft. But the palate it varies based off of what you're tasting. So the grain grass on the Fay Ranch is what gives it away as being a craft distillery for sure. Cream soda and black licorice sounds terrible together. I think I'm more describing like things that it reminds me of more so than like cream soda and black licorice mixed together. That makes sense. I don't know. Frey is just lets the green. Frey is just. You know what? Sometimes it sounds like I'm drunk, and other times it's just because I'm trying to read what people are writing word for word. Frey is just lets the grain shine. That makes me sound hammered when I try to read it. Frey is just lets the grain shine. Usually in a good way. I think, yeah, Frey just lets the grain shine, usually in a good way. I don't necessarily love the Fay Ranch stuff I've tried, but they were a couple years ago. So maybe the newer stuff is better, but the stuff I had was very grain forward in a way that I did not like. It's the pot still, just over 4.5 years ago, they moved to column. The cool thing about the pot still is the higher the number of the barrel, the less crafty, but more unique they became a flavor. Okay. Wonder if I get... So a lot of times on a pot still, I get a grapefruit note, kind of like an Irish whiskey. Not on that one, though. My wife just installed new shelving in the basement for my bourbon collection to display as my Valentine's gift. I'm so lucky. That's amazing. That's awesome. I keep putting up new shelving that I am not convinced it's going to come. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to all come tumbling down at some point. This back here is new, but it came from TikTok Shop. after assembling, you can tell. There's not like, there's way fewer bottles on there than like could be. I would say it's at like 30% capacity, because any higher than 30%, I'm afraid that it's all going to come tumbling down. And then this back here, which is this new shelving that I received for free for a video review or a video talking about it. Not so much worried about this failing, but down here, because it's sitting atop those cubicle things from Walmart and that have been holding whiskey for years now. And I have them clamped together and they seem like they're not going anywhere. They're very, like, they don't wiggle at all. But I'm also like, at one day, I'm just going to hear a tremendous boom. And I will say that I know what that is. And it's going to be a disaster. But if my wife did it, then I'd have somebody to blame other than myself. You got gloves for Valentine's Day? Oh, that's nice. Have your hands been cold? Because if so, it's a pretty good gift. All right, let me try. What do we got? We have Old Glory. Oh, it's the other Queen Share. I'm going to skip that one for now. Mash Bill 1, 5-year 9-month, which is 73.19.8. We have Mash Bill 3, which is 100% rye. Oh, that's going to be different. And then we have the oldest release, which is 73.19.8, 6-year 9-month. So this is basically the same age as the Queen Share. I'm going to try those on a different night. I'm going to try, you know what? Hold on. Which one should I try here? That would be a disaster, as my kids would say. Can always blame my lack of Brandons. That's also true. I want to try the I feel like I should have went the other way, but I didn't. I'm going to try this one. It's the 5-year 5-month Queen Share. So they just tried the other Queen Share. You know what? No, it's not what damn it. What do I do? I'm so confused. The oldest release should be similar to the Queen Share, I would think, since it's only a month difference. Same mash bill. But the other Queen Share is younger, around the same proof. I should have started with the younger one and then moved my way up. I'm a dum-dum. Darth Hall, Matt, thanks for all the content, entertainment, and hard work. Keep it up. Thanks, Darth, and you're welcome. Guess what? Shit's about to get ramped up hardcore. Much more content than what you've been seeing in the last 6 weeks, for sure. Okay, let's do this one. This is, oh my gosh, it's on there so good. America. Uh, 5-year 5-month Old Glory Mash Bill 1, 131.3 proof, Queen Share, 5-year 5-month. Okay, I should have went younger before older, but yikes, I don't know. Has my wife landed yet? Oh, she must have just a text from her 41 minutes ago. Shit, how did I not see that? All right. Is this the column distilled now? Okay, she landed safe. She got a rental car good, and that's good. Whew. 4 flights to get to the UP from here. This smells different. And okay, shit. The color's beautiful on the 5-year, 5-month. And if you told me it was older, I wouldn't even bat an eye. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, I like this more than the Queen Share, the older Queen Share. This is super solid stuff. Wait, no, this is the younger Queen Share is what I'm tasting now. Jeez Louise, Porter, get your shit together. Also a Queen Share, but 5-year, 5-month rather than 6-year, 8-month. 131.3 proof. Same mash bill. Interesting. It kind of reminds me of Green River a little bit, but it is more, it has more spice, more barrel spice, more like tobacco character to it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Ben Holiday stuff, but I think I might like this more. It has a ton of character. Oh yeah. I love character. I need to do an Old Glory single barrel. I need to do one. The prices are right. The bourbon's great. It's unique. It's different. Yes, I like this. I like it a lot. It's super viscous. It coats the mouth really well. It's very evenly distributed on the palate. The mouth feels great. It's not spiking in any weird way. It's not like, I like this, but I dislike that. The 5-year, 5-month Queen Share is like from front of the palate to the back. The tasting experience is fantastic. The older stuff tastes much more crafty. It's much more craft forward than the younger 5-year, 5-month stuff. And that's really impressive. I like that a lot. Old Glory. The O on Old Glory kind of looks like a bowling ball. I dig that. I like that a lot. Oh, it's got an eagle head on top too with the wings. Oh my God. See, it takes me so long to see stuff, but the Old Glory logo is a friggin' eagle. Oh, America. Love it. Freedom. Friggin' Old Glory. Let's see. I just broke the cork off in my EH2 barrel proof bottle. That's a bummer. You know what they say? Corks take a lifetime to grow, forget about safety, and off they go. It's still pot distilled, dang. Okay. It's different though. Huh. I'm hiccuping. That's cool. I made company casserole for the kids and I tonight, and it was delicious. It was the best one I've made so far. Last time I made one, I burnt the cheese on top. and nobody enjoyed it. So I ate the whole company casserole myself, which is the opposite of what a company casserole should be. But tonight I redid it. The kids were like, "This is great." And I was like, "You're just saying that." And they're like, "Yeah, but still." They ate it and they liked it. And I like that. Barrel 95 is not a queen share, it's a cherry bomb. Where's Barrel 95? Is that? Here it is. They talked me into it, America. All right. Barrel 95 is the oldest release. It 129.3 proof, 6 year, 9 month. That's way sweeter than, yeah. So going back to the original queen share that I first initially tried, and I get a funny, like a maple oatmeal. You know those, like when you like a maple oatmeal, like instant oat thing? That's what I'm smelling on the original queen share now. But going to this new one, the oldest release, which is Barrel 95, it is a sweeter offering. It's oh, there is a cherry cola there, like a Jolt cola, a Jolt of cherry cola. I still, however, maybe that's not it. Where did it go? Over here. No. Yeah. I got my shit together. I've got so many glasses here, but I know which one is which for the most part. You're right. The Barrel 95 is different and very cherry, very sticky, very good. The craftiness I was getting out of the original queen share is not apparent on Barrel 95 or the 5 year, 5 month queen share, which is interesting. You got some weird shit happening at Old Glory that I like. I like it a lot. Travis, thank you for getting me into this Tennessee whiskey rabbit hole, because I'm having fun here. For 3 weeks in a row, I'm really having fun tasting through this stuff. And except for the plastic sample bottles, it turned out to be pretty good. I went through a couple of them after our live stream last week and I tasted them and I was like, whoa, how did you not pick up on this sooner? So those have been removed. They've been taken out of queue for tasting because they had some leached plastic in them. These, however, are in glass and they taste like the opposite of ass, except for in which cases ass tastes great. In which case, maybe we're talking about that. But no, the only one I have left to try other than another 5 year, 9 month mash bill one, which I'll try next week. I want to taste the rye from Old Glory and then this Watch Hill 18 year. So let's do that. This one has me what I would describe as always concerned. when craft ryes are a lot of times extremely bold and extremely crazy. Usually not in a great way. So when I see 120 proof, 7 years, 3 months, that has that going for it. So there's some age on here. Craft ryes that are young, you never ever know what to let yourself into. But it's like steaming. Whoa, that was cool. It let off vapors when I opened it. That was neat. So 7 year, 3 month, 120 proof, 100% rye from Old Glory. All right. Jason C just picked 4 barrels Wednesday. Son of a bitch. Always beat me to the punch. That Jason. Company casserole, you're going to have to explain, sir. That's like egg noodles, boiled egg noodles, and then boiled egg noodles as a bottom layer. Oh, actually, I did do something different tonight. So boiled egg noodles, the bottom layer in a casserole dish, and then for a second layer is a mixture of cream cheese, 1 block, the chip dip, which is like the the sour cream and onion chip dip. You know what I'm talking about. Like a 1/3 cup of that and a cup of cottage cheese, mixed together. So it's like the second layer of the casserole. And then then more egg noodles, melted butter, like a couple tablespoons of melted butter on top of that. And then 4th layer is ground beef with a can of tomato sauce in it. So it's like a tomato sauce ground beef, which I added Cajun seasoning to the ground beef tonight. Just give it a little bit of spunk. Maybe that's why everyone loved it so much, Mom. Maybe that's why everybody loved it so much. Maybe that's why it was the talk of the town. Maybe that's why it was such a hit. Maybe because I changed it up a bit. Maybe because I gave it a little bit of kick, a little bit of spunk. Maybe because I took it up a notch. Wha-bam! Friggin' Cajun seasoning, Mom. Wha-bam! Into the ground beef before the tomato sauce. And then you put that on top of the egg noodles that were, drizzled with the melted butter, and then sharp cheddar cheese on top. Pop that bitch in the oven for 40 minutes or until whenever the cheese is not burnt on top. Failed last time, succeeded this time. Take it out of the oven, let that son bitch sit for 10 or 15 minutes to cool off. Put it in a bowl or a plate, whatever you desire. Put it in your mouth, and you'll be like, damn. It's either good or bad, depending on which day I make it. Rye. 100% 7 year rye from Old Glory. Reminds me of 13th Colony rye, except for it doesn't have that weird double oakedness note to it. Like it doesn't have a staved note to it. It's just a very dark, very bold, very deep, very like. I mean, the color on that's crazy. Look at that. The color on it's wild. Oh, pleasure me with friggin' pinchers and plumbing tools. That is good. still going. There are some notes in there that are special. It's like it is deep and dark and thick and like it's very barrel influenced, but not secondary barrel influenced. Like I don't get any weird lumber notes, and I don't get any weird toasted or double oak notes. Instead, it just tastes oak forward, which is weird for a rye because usually rye doesn't take on oak like that. But this does. What the hell's the friggin' climate like that? Are you in like southern Tennessee or some shit? Like it's really taken on the oak a lot, but also maintaining a ton of that rye characteristic. That is like there's some purple fruits there, but aren't traditional purple fruits. People might not like this note, but I don't care because I like what I like, and friggin' shove it if you don't like what I like, or just accept it. And if you accept it, you don't have to shove it. But if you don't accept it, then definitely shove it. There's like this really awesome pickled beet thing that happens towards the end, or it kind of builds in the middle and then kind of goes towards the end. And I love pickled beets a lot. Cola. It's like a friggin' coffee grape cola, which is weird, but they're combined at the front. It's like this ball of like, and I don't think actually the pickled beet is the right note. It reminds me of it a little bit, but doesn't go full pickled beet. It goes in that direction though. Huh. What this has that, why I appreciate this so much. It has a lot of the notes that I love in some of these double oaked or like stave finished or other barrel finished ryes in hot climates without the double barrelness. Like it has a lot of the fantastic notes that I get on those without the things that I hate about those. So this is like all the good from 13th colony, 13th century, two different things. What are other ones? These extra dark ryes that everyone loves that I don't love because of the double barreledness or the secondary oaked weird lumber friggin'. It doesn't have that. It just has the good stuff. And weirdly enough, you expect it to have a finish of this strange thing that we get so accustomed to with these flavors, but it never comes. It just finishes in the way that you want it to finish. The rye is my favorite one out of all these. And it was the one I was most concerned about because I'm so sick and tired of tasting ryes that taste like friggin' Menards and Lowe's and Home Depot's lumber section. This doesn't taste like that at all. This tastes phenomenal. It's friggin' dark as night. Hell yeah. I will purchase a bottle of that. And by one, I mean several. That is so friggin' good. One more sip. Sorry. I'm a new fanboy. I don't fanboy over rye a lot. But this one I fanboy over a lot. Oh, hell yeah. It's all the stuff you want without the stuff you don't. And it's so weird that my body's waiting. It's like anticipating this thing to come that doesn't come. Now I know what it's like to be a woman. But I don't have to fake this. I actually love it a lot. That's super freaking good. How far? Oh my God, I'm 13 minutes behind the chat. Jeez Louise, Porter, you freaking suck. Matt, what's your favorite 7-foot rod and reel for bass fishing? I mean, my stuff is pretty old, my bass fishing stuff. I use a lot of spinning gear because I like do trout fishing with bass fishing, but I do have the hell is it? It's a 13 fishing baitcaster that I like. It was one of the nice ones from several years ago, but I don't really have anything current. The most current reel that I have is shit. What is it even? It's a spinning reel though, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know. There's fishing reels and rods are like bowling balls. Like they all do different things, and they all specialize in different things. But you just kind of use what works for you at the end of the day. And I like a lot of spinning gear. So I don't know. I'll get back to you next week. Let me look. My brain's not in fishing mode right now. My brain is literally so far out of that I can't even think. But I will look at what I have and I'll go, oh yeah, idiot, that's what you have, which I should know. But my brain doesn't work like that. My brain works like I'm in bourbon mode and I'm in bowling mode this time of year. And then I'm just not quite in fishing mode yet, especially bass fishing. But I will say that I do love me some Guggen stuff, and use code LFG at Guggen.com and send a few shekels my friend Justin's way. Lake Fork guy, I love that man, and hopefully he still talks to me if I call or text. I haven't tried in a long time, but I hope he does. You have 10 more to send me, not tainted? Yeah, right. We'll see when it gets here. Did he send you any Mash Bill 2? No, I've just Mash Bill 1 and 3. Kobe, sure they aren't Travis. Travis sends me stuff in plastic bottles like I'm going to drink them immediately. You've never released your rye? Matt Carter. Can I do a single barrel of your rye? Can I do a single barrel of your rye? Can I do a single barrel of your rye? Can I do a single barrel of your rye? Can I do a single barrel of your rye? You said that 11 minutes ago, but now I'm reading it and I want to know, can I do a single barrel of your rye? That is friggin' great. Madcap, I got the broken cork out without pushing it into the bottle. I keep a bag of various size old corks for just an occasion. Didn't find a synthetic cork that fit well. An old Forester cork worked. That makes sense. Well, that is completely different than how I do it, so that's that. How do you do it, Mom? How do you make company casserole? How should I do it from now on? Okay, this evening, it is. I didn't put a lot. I sprinkled. Little sprinkle. Coming to Tennessee at some point now? Yeah, I will at some point, Travis. It's kind of hard, though. It's kind of hard to just come to Tennessee. All right. One more taste of the Old Glory rye, and then we'll get into the Watch Hill batch 3, but I need one more sip of this because it is tremendous. Slap Your Mama, one of the best Cajun seasonings. Mad Kappa, unfortunately, Slap Your Mama is super, and I mean super salty. Listen, I love spice, but we've used the Slap Your Mama Cajun seasonings in a couple dishes that ended up being so over salty that I had to eat them myself afterwards. Pickled beets are my jam. Oh, I friggin' love pickled beets. Kobe almost read your comment about pickled beets. Everything we age in Kelvin barrels, char 4 and char 3. Okay. I didn't know that until now. Swogstar, friggin' Swogstar. All this rye talk got me to crack this 2020 special release Jack Daniel single barrel proof rye. It's good. The special release from 2020 is really good. Yeah. It's cool that you decided to crack that, Swogstar. Thank you for the super chat. You are the best. Also, you are 6 years late in opening that. We were talking about that 6 years ago. So I was thinking about doing a live stream of just tasting some like older stuff because I'm sitting here and I'm like, I just have weird bottles from like when I started drinking whiskey or like similar, not even when I started, but like I'm like looking at bottles of like there's a friggin' Bombergers from like 2021 Bombergers. Like, what does that even taste like? Like, is shit getting better or is shit getting worse? I've got like 2017 Elijah Craig, 2017 Kentucky Owl, 2019 Old Carter stuff. Like, there's just stuff sitting around here that's been sitting around here for friggin' 8 years. Is this stuff good or is the new stuff better? I don't even know. I think I should do a live stream about that. Going through my shit and finding shit that's older than the shit we're drinking now. Or I mean, like from, stuff we can't get anymore. Or whatever. This rye smells so good. Oh my God. You've never released this? That's like me never showing my best moves in the bedroom. You're just like, you know what? One day, you're not even going to be expecting it. You're just going to be like, oh, same old Matt. Same old friggin' boring Matt. 13 years into marriage. Friggin'. Ugh. What's that? What's that? Oh my gosh. Where did you've been holding on to that for how long? Are you crazy? Why didn't you bust that out sooner? You just felt like doing it now? You are one hell of a man. What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. This rye smells and tastes phenomenal. Yeah, that is really good. Oh my gosh. Party people. That's so good. I always wanted a G Loomis rod, but the price scared me. Yeah, I think that the more expensive rods you get, it's just about feel. And the more feel, like, I've set the hook on so many grass piles and rocks and stumps. Like, I don't know if a super sensitive rod's going to help me. But yeah, G Loomis rods are great. There was, I was supposed to get, the hell was it? Oh my gosh. I can't, you know what? I shouldn't start stories that I can't finish because I can't think of the name of stuff. I had a guest at when I ran my family's motel. I had a guest that was there for a wedding that was supposed to, like, one of their close family members worked for a fishing rod company, and they were going to give me a rod of my choice for like the weekend stay at the motel, which I was super pumped about, and it never came to fruition, which sucked. And if I ever see the guy, I'm gonna do nothing about it except for be nice to him because that's the kind of guy I am. But still, what the hell was it? Oh, why can't I think of the name of the rod? Probably for better. Have you tried the new Riff Balboa? It's delicious. I tried Balboa years ago. I haven't tried the current releases of it, but like a few years back, it was really, really good. You broke your Gilmus rod on the first cast. Luckily, so I've done that with a lot of 13 fishing stuff. Just snap the tips off of things that weren't supposed to like come off of with the weight lures I was using. You love your Mojo rods? Call me and I will tell you how I make it. You are working way too hard on that casserole. I'm not working hard enough. There's low sodium, slap your mama. Nice. Matt Carter just made it home from the airport. Matt Carter made it home from the airport. My wife made it from the airport. Matt Carter's wife is still with the Backstreet Boys, which is cool. No big deal. In case you missed it, Matt Carter, we want an ADHD rye barrel pick. That's exactly what I was talking about. I said it several times in a row. I want a barrel pick of this. I'm here for it. Dude, let's do a friggin' I want a rye pick. I want a friggin' Old Glory rye pick more than I want. Not that. I want that a lot. But that's just because she's so fine and she's my wife. What else do I want? I want it a lot. I want a freaking Old Glory barrel proof rye pick so hard. It is so good. That is so freaking good. Live stream of old samples for the win. Would love that. I mean, I have like a bunch of shit that's just kind of like laying around that I haven't even looked at in years. But it would be fun to like dig through shelves to find stuff. I want that pick to happen. I want it to happen. You remind me of a bigger bearded Nick Swartzen. We need a Grandma's Boy blend. Don't say that shit, President Rodriguez. The moment you say that I remind you of a comedian, the comedian will come out with a whiskey and we'll go on a nationwide tour. And then everybody will laugh at their jokes. And then everybody will be like, oh my God, Nick Swartzen's the best thing to happen to anything. And we're going to give him a stand-up special at Old Forester. And then everybody will, 2.5 to 4 million people will watch it and they'll put comment on it and tell Nick Swartzen how funny he is. And oh man, you're great. Had a dream about Jim Gaffigan the other night. Had a dream that Jim Gaffigan, okay, here we go. Talking about my dreams now, but why not? It's fine. I'm here. I'm freaking enjoying myself. I was on some island, and I don't even know why. But Jim Gaffigan came to the island to see me. And he flew on a private jet. And he got there, and by the way, I'm sure this is nothing like the real Jim Gaffigan. But in my dream, that son of a bitch. So we're like on this island, and there was a group of us, and everybody was just like, Jim Gaffigan, have you met Matt? Because we've said he's a Jim Gaffigan of whiskey, and we want you guys to meet. And he's like, man, what? Man. And then he wouldn't talk. He wouldn't have anything to do with me. And then somebody convinced him to go watch a private screening of a video where I talked about Jim Gaffigan. But in order to get to the place where we needed to go for him to watch it, he had to fly on one of our private jets, which it was just like the island's private jet, which was piloted by some girl from high school that I went to high school with, who I haven't spoken to in 20 years, 25 years. And she flew him to this place to view the movie or to view the video. And then she came back to get me to bring me there. And I was like, this is like, what are we even doing? Who's paying for this kind of thing? And as we took off in this girl's plane, I look over and I see Jim Gaffigan's private jet, like on another island, and it's being refueled because they're going to get him to leave like right away. And all I saw in his private jet was like this reclining chair and a TV in front. And I remember thinking, where does he go to the bathroom in that? But it was so stupid looking. So then we eventually land, and then the video goes on, and then like everyone's happy because Jim's going to watch this video where it's me. I'm there in person. He won't talk to me, but like the video's playing. And then he can watch me on video instead of even talk. But anyway, he's in the back, right? And then I'm sitting there and like watching yourself is weird, but watching yourself in a dream with Jim Gaffigan's even weirder. But that's what was happening. I was like watching myself on a screen in a dream with Jim Gaffigan in the back, and Jim Gaffigan didn't give a shit about the screen. All Jim Gaffigan cared about was fooling around with the female pilot, the girl I went to high school with 25 years ago. And I'm like, Jim Gaffigan's a family man. He's a clean comic. He doesn't, like, what's he doing? And which is why I preface this by saying I'm sure this is not the way he is, but was my dream. And I'm not going to lie about my dream just to save his reputation or credibility, because I'm sure he's a very good family man. But in my dream, not that. In my dream, friggin', what the hell are you doing, Jim Gaffigan? And then I'm like looking at the screen, and I'm looking back at Jim Gaffigan, and Jim Gaffigan is friggin' elbow deep in this chick's pants. And I'm like, what is happening with Jim Gaffigan right now? He's not even watching the screen. Until on the screen, I make something out of like, I'm like, there's some sort of recipe with a bunch of sugar and a bunch of butter, and it's not even whiskey related. Not sure why, but it's a dream. And he's elbow deep in this girl's pants, not even looking at the screen, but he just goes, and that's why he's so fat. That son of a bitch. He wasn't even watching it, but he knew when I got into the fat stuff. Sugar, I was baking something. He's like, something like too much sugar. That's why he's so fat. Jim Gaffigan, that's a real dick. And that's what dreams are. Freaking David Jennings in the house 7 minutes ago. What's up, David? Freaking Ripper 101. Miss you. And I love you. And I miss and love you. Check your messages, silly. Well, I'm sorry. I was in the middle of a story. Travis, don't read this on stream. It's close. I almost read it on stream, but I didn't. You could have said, check your message after, silly. Since I can't read it on stream. Matt was the Jim Gaffigan of whiskey until Jim Gaffigan became the Jim Gaffigan of whiskey. That's so true. I said there can only be one Jim Gaffigan of whiskey, and it's not Jim Gaffigan. Turns out it is Jim Gaffigan. Old Glory have a stage? Is it the same as Old Forester, though? It might be. I don't know. Can you please check to see if the last sample is mash bill 2? You don't have to try it tonight. It's the weeded. So it's here. It's mash bill number 1. 73 corn, 19 rye, 8 malted barley, 119.6 proof, 5 year, 9 month. That's the only one I didn't try. Yeah, mash bill number 1. Sorry it took me so long to get there. I had a very long Jim Gaffigan story I had to talk about for some reason. Wait till Jim Gaffigan starts saying America when he opens bottles. That's fine. He did talk about hiding whiskey from his wife. He did talk about that. If you recall, in his Old Forester stand-up special, he talked about hiding whiskey from your spouse, which is something. My mom says, first name of the pilot, please. That's hilarious. And so I fibbed, mother, and I'll tell you the fib later. The pilot of the plane and the person in the back of the room are 2 different people, which I am assuming my dream just messed with, but they were 2 different people, but both people who I graduated from high school with. And I'll tell you on a different day, because you never know how things can get sent to people who you never know. Heard it first, Gaffigan was on the island. Yeah, it wasn't that island, though. Did Jim Gaffigan make out with the AI girlfriend? No, it wasn't that. It's just weird because, like, dreams are freaking crazy. Dream Gaffigan sounds like a real asshole. He was. He was so rude. He was so mean. Sometimes my wife gets mad at me for what I did in her dreams. Don't get mad at Jim Gaffigan. Now I was mad at him before. It's fine. Not realistically, though. It's a joke. And that's Old Glory stand-up special. That actually would be hilarious. Like, live from Old Glory. That'd be good. I would like that a lot. All right, this is what we're finishing out the evening with. This is Watch Hill batch 3. It comes in very loud rapping. Got it here. And I got this. I have a Watch Hill Glen from last time. Cameron, drums and drams. If you're watching this, shut it off, because I don't want you to have to spend thousands of dollars because I'm reviewing a whiskey that you love, whether or not you love this or not. The last one I wasn't a gigantic fan of. I did like it a lot. Cameron freaking went crazy for it. Watch Hill Whiskey Co. Exceptional Series Batch 3, 18 years, 128 proof, 64% ABV, non-chill filtered, barrel strength. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Oh, America. MSRP on this, I believe $500, but when I looked at their website, it said MSRP $500, then it said sold out. I don't know what that means. Color is beautiful. I'm pretty sure that Cam said that the other stuff was like the 20-year stuff was Heaven Hill, which is weird because the Watch Hill bottles and the Heaven Hill 18 bottle, like, they look so similar. I'm not sure if that's done on purpose or if there's like an association or like a relationship between them or not. I just don't know. But it's just something I noticed. Anyway, this says, oh man, let me put on my reader. So I have to read. Oh yeah. It's very small type. Look at down here. Very small. Okay. Oh, so much better. My wife bought these as blue blockers, and then turns out they were magnified, so she didn't want them. And I was like, babe, maybe I could use those at some point. Turns out besides that point. In 2020, this is incredible. The words are so big when they're so little. They're growers, not showers, these words. In 2022, we inaugurated the Premier, the world's largest and finest American whiskey bar. We paid meticulous attention to every detail in the creation of Watch Hill proper. In our quest for an American whiskey that meets our exacting standards, we anticipated rejecting many fine whiskeys. We anticipated that. And indeed, we do. However, once we discover this one, it is unmistakable. There's no fabricated history, no contrived heritage, just an exceptional bottle of whiskey. This might be the world record for 3-syllable words in a paragraph in history. 3-syllable plus words. Inaugurated, that's more than 3. The Premier, the world's largest and finest American whiskey bar. We paid meticulous attention to every detail in the creation of Watch Hill proper. In our quest for an American whiskey that meets our exacting standards, we anticipated rejecting many fine whiskeys, and indeed we do. However, once we discover this one, it is unmistakable. There is no fabricated with history, no contrived, just 2 syllables, but it seems like it should be more, heritage, just an exceptional bottle of whiskey. Felt like there were more, but that were a lot of words that were just like words to be words. Back to reality. All right. Let's let the whiskey speak for itself. Little SJ. Oh, balls and butts and breasts. Sometimes we don't know what things are going to smell and taste like, and then we smell and taste them, and we're like, damn. Matt's Glory Hole is a perfect name for the stand-up at Old Glory. That could be it. Also, our founder is Matt. I'm Matt, and you're also Matt. That's a lot of Matts. And they're all double T's, which mean we're not to be stood upon. That's what my mom would say. A mat with 1 T is something you wipe your feet on, is what my mom would say. And none of us are that Matt. Old Glory, you know what? Let's do it. Now let's do it. Let's do Old Glory stand-up special. Matt's reminding of Sally, Jesse, Raphael. Travis, how old are you? Oh, that smells good. So it's 18-year Kentucky bourbon. There's a weird dusty note there that's not prominent on a lot of stuff. It smells like an 18-year-old bourbon, but if it was distilled like 10 years before that, it smells dusty. There's a ton of oak, a ton of like butterscotchy library stuff happening. Hold on. I need to get my bearings because when you're nosing old stuff, I don't want to speak out of turn here. So, without getting crazy, that border. There you go. This is Knob Creek 21. Let's just see what it smells like next to a 21-year-old bourbon that unfortunately was left open for like 8 or 9 days in a row. What? No. No. Hold on. Yeah. Knob Creek 21 smells special, but this Watch Hill Batch 3 smells like deeper, much more deeper. All right, let's have a taste of this Watch Hill Batch 3. Oh, fudge. Oh, Cameron. Drums and drams, that's good. Oh, man. I am happy I had a sample of that. That is good. It's not Blade and Bow 30 good, but it is like a special. It tastes dusty. It just tastes like a really old special bourbon. If you listen, I don't pay $500 for whiskey. I do not. I've never paid $500 for a bottle of whiskey, but if that were available to me for $500, I'd buy it immediately, because that's what $500 whiskey should taste like. 18 years old, 120 some proof, 128 proof. Yeah. That's what a $500 label was made for something like that. I'm going to review that on a fresh palate. So I'm going to cover the glass. I didn't know what to expect from that, but it's really, really damn good. That deserves its own review. Probably send Cameron the rest of it. I'll send Cam the rest unless he has his own. He probably already has several bottles. But I'll send Cam his sample of that unless he has his own. But that's really damn good. It's like King of Kentucky level, I would say. It's on that level. It's phenomenal. Holy shit. It's still like going. That's wild. Is it Barton? I'm not sure. It just says Kentucky. I'm not sure what it is. If it is Barton, it would make sense because I'm a sucker for old Barton. Kind of like the price. One is special and one you have to reach deep. Yeah. Matt's Old Glory pick would be called Glory, Glory, Hallelujah. That is perfect. That's perfect. It probably would be. I love that. All right. I'm going to get going. I need to call my wife since she's finally, after she got up at 2 o'clock this morning. Well, no, that's not right. 2:30. 2:30 to go to the airport. So that's shit. She's been going. 19 hours later, she's finally where that's a long ass day. So I'm going to give her a call to say goodnight and to tell her happy Valentine's Day and to spit sweet nothings into her ear so gracefully. But other than that, watch for a few videos this coming week. Probably 3 published videos in a live stream. We're going to start pumping out some stuff, some content. Thank you, Travis, for the Tennessee whiskey samples. Thank you, Mr. Matt Carter, for the Old Glory samples in the glass bottles, since Travis couldn't supply anything that was worth a damn. Plastic tainted friggin' crap. Just kidding. Thank you, Watch Hill, for that sample. Thank you, Green River, for the weeded. There's a lot of content coming. The weeded bourbon Green River, if you missed it, super good, especially for $50. There's going to have to be some bourbon skirmishes. What's a better $50 weeded bourbon? Green River Full Proof or Maker's Cask Strength Age Dated? That'll be a fun one to do. There's so many opportunities for fun stuff. And I'm pumped to provide it to you. And I love you. Thank you, everyone, for being here this evening. The Taint Sampler. Travis, if that's what you want your nickname to be, then that is it. You taint sampling son of a bitch. Yikes. Keep your eyes open for that old Glory Rye ADHD barrel pick, too. It's got to happen, Jason. It's got to happen. Thank you, everyone, for being here. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on squeezing in to a friggin' hooded sweatshirt, even if it's too tight, because you washed it, then you put it in the dryer when you knew you shouldn't. I've lost weight, but not enough weight to make this hoodie feel comfortable. But I just kept telling myself to wear it. And tonight I did. And I'm thankful for myself and my ability to squeeze into things. That's what I did. I squoze into it. And squoze is a new word, a brand new word. Love you all so much. Thank you for being here. I will see you next week. I will also see you in some video comments coming soon. If you watch the videos, comment, thumbs up them. Put a thumbs right up them. Otherwise, I'll find you all. And it'll be real bad. See you guys. Love you all so much. I'm out of here. Good night. Goodbye.